Hey everyone, happy Friday. It is August 28th, 2025. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Melissa and I've been on a GLP-1 journey since February 2024 and I am down 74.6 pounds. So today I wanted to provide an update on my weight and just how the week has been going. I had been sick a lot this week. It started with my son and then my husband got it and then it rolled over to me. So I am just now getting over my crud and junk. I was supposed to have an interview, second part with Brittany this week about part 2 of my GLP-1 journey with her, and we weren't able to do that since I had no voice. But we will be doing that this week, so I'm very excited for that and getting set up to interview Brittany back and get her story over here for those that don't know who she is. So I had a weigh-in today. I was 255.4, so I have lost 0.1 this week from last week. Last week I was 255.5, and I've been at 255.5 for about 3 weeks now. And I'm okay with that at the moment. It's a good weight area range, but I am definitely wanting to keep that weight loss going. So I think right now I'm on the 13.5 milligrams still of my medication, my compounded Tirzepatide. I have a pile, as many of us did, when we thought the shortage was going to be ending, when the compounding was going to be ending. So I have quite a bit of that. So I'm trying to go through the stock of what I have first and then work my way up to the 15. So I'm on the 13.5 technically and been doing really well. But like I said, these last 3 weeks, I've been pretty much at the same weight. My goal, if possible, is I would love to get down to 250 or a little bit under that before September 22nd, which is my ankle surgery. It's not a definite must-have goal, but it's something that I would love to do just to have a little bit of extra weight off. I'm going to be laid up non-weight bearing, I believe, for about 8 weeks, and that is going to be insane. So I will be staying with my mom for probably about half of that because my house has steps and I would not be able to get up and down those steps, non-weight bearing. I'm very accident prone, so it's better for me and safer to stay at my mom's for a while, and that'll be great because it'll give me and her some time together, just one-on-one us, and I'm really looking forward to that and getting to be with her. But also, you know, I'm very thankful for my mom and her ability to be able to have me at the house and help me out while I'm recovering from surgery. So I hopefully will be kicking the weight into gear and losing a little bit more next week. This week I really didn't eat a whole lot when I was sick. I was not drinking as much as I should. I tried. Some days were really great, other days were difficult. So while I'm thinking about it, but overall I'm okay with the 0.1 loss. I feel like I've also got a little bit more energy now, which is great because I have had the energy sucked out of me all week. So I also wanted to give an update. I checked in with my weight loss doctor that is prescribing my medication for me, and we had I think it was like a 6-month follow-up. So I got to see him and he got to see me, and it's always great to see him. He's very knowledgeable in obesity medicine, weight loss, and GLP-1s. So we chatted for a few minutes and I asked him about NAD+. And I'm still learning about it myself, but there are so many benefits to it if you look it up. And I asked him, I said, you know, I am so fatigued all the time. I think it's like chronic fatigue. I don't know if it's the fibromyalgia, if it's something else. I'm just constantly exhausted, and I've been that way for so long. So I said, you know, are you doing NAD+ yet? And he said, yeah, actually we just started not that long ago. And you know what? That would be a good idea for you to try. So he said there's a nasal spray and then there's the injection. He said I would recommend the injection. I said, that's fine. You know, no big deal. It's just another shot to me. Which is funny because when I started this journey, I hated shots. I was nervous about giving myself a shot. Now it's like, it's no big deal. So I met with him this Tuesday. I think it was August 26th, and he's like, yeah, let's try it. It'll take several weeks for you to, you know, feel the effects of it and tell if it's working. And he said, keep me posted because, you know, we don't have a lot of patients yet that are on it, and I would love to hear your thoughts and how it works for you. So I was like, okay, great. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday, there's a package on my porch. It's the medicine. I mean, in less than 24 hours, it was at my door, and I have never had medication come that fast. So, and it actually came in the mochi blue tube, the blue tumbler that everybody has missed so much. It came in that. So it also has on there instructions if I need to bump it up. So right now I'm at 50 milliliters on my injection. I don't remember the prescription. I do have it saved on my phone. I'll look, but I'm taking that weekly, once weekly. So hopefully that will also give me some energy. Hopefully I will be able to tell a difference soon with that. And then if I want to titrate up on that, there is that dose that I can do. He just said, you know, stay on this one for a little bit, see how you do, and then you can bump it up after several weeks if you feel like you need to. So we're gonna try that, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'm curious if any of you all are on any kind of extra supplements like the NAD+. I am very interested in the different ones. I'm interested on their benefits, how they help, if they're stackable per se with our GLP-1. I think all the help we can get, we need it, right? And I mean, this has been such a huge thing for us in the obesity community to have this GLP-1. And now we're getting this other medication that's coming out, Semarelin, NAD+. There's a couple other ones, I think. So I'm really excited but interested to see how they are on top of our GLP-1s, how we use them, and how our bodies respond to that. So I'm really interested. I'm excited about it. Hopefully it is really good and I start getting a lot of benefits out of it. So this week I also this past weekend I had also done a Mary Kay launch party. I had just started with Mary Kay again a few months ago and had my official launch party. So that was a lot of fun. We got to talk about skincare, and someone even joined under me, and now we're like a team, which is really cool. So there's lots of great things happening, but also so many things happening at once, right? And I'm trying to get everything ready for my surgery and trying to pre-plan. Sorry guys, there's a fly because I have my windows down, it's hot. So I'm just trying to get everything together. And you know, I'm doing Mary Kay. I'm a GLP-1 obesity advocate. I'm a mom. I've got a full-time job. Then I've got another job as an author assistant. There's just a lot of moving parts. And I'm on the board of directors for my HOA. I've been doing that for 5.5 years. I have a lot of stuff going on, and I don't know how I do it all, honestly. But anyway, and I'm on committees at my son's school. The mother-son committee for the dance, and another committee that delivers little goodies throughout the year to the students. So I'm just adding a lot of stuff to my pile, but that's okay. We will survive. I was listening to Dr. Spencer Nadolsky on his YouTube videos the other day, and he was on the Plus Size podcast, and with Kim and Kat, and they were mentioning that a lot of people go through a phase of blah, of disinterest, kind of a depression mode, and it's not really talked about. And I thought that was interesting because I've mentioned that in the last couple of videos that I've been struggling with that recently. Even though I'm on anxiety and depression medication, it kind of hit me the last, I don't know, 2 weeks ago maybe. Sorry about that. I had a phone call from the doctor's office to schedule my mammogram. So ladies, if you have not scheduled your mammogram yet this year, this is your reminder to go do so and take care of yourself. It's very important. So back to the feeling of blah that Dr. Nadolsky was mentioning. It is common, and I'm going to try to look into that a little bit more for next week. But I found it very interesting that they brought that up. And I've not heard a lot of people expressing that they've went through a blah phase or a blah period. And I don't know if it's because people want all rainbows and sunshine on their YouTube channel. But on my channel, as you all probably know now, I'm very honest, and I try to be very transparent about my journey, even if I don't want to talk about it, because someone out there could be experiencing the same thing and they come upon my channel or someone else's, and they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, that I don't feel alone now because that person is going through this too, and I thought there was something wrong with me. So I've been talking to my therapist, and we had a conversation, and she's like, what's going on today? You know, you seem a little off. And I said, yeah, I don't know what it is. I just have the blah, you know? So we just talked, and it's something like you just can't pinpoint, but you feel different. You feel sad for some reason. You feel like very heavy in your head and in your mind, but you can't put your finger on something that is going on. So I thought that was interesting that they brought that up. There are quite a few people apparently that have been going through that, and I don't know if it happens during a certain time in your GLP-1 journey, you know, if it's because you've been on here for a long time, or if it could be something else that plays into that. But I thought that was interesting. So if you haven't checked out Dr. Spencer Nadolsky, you really should. He has a channel of his own. He gives great information. He has been in the trenches. He knows about obesity medicine, GLP-1s, and is just someone really resourceful to listen to and get tips from. So this week, I am going to try to keep drinking my fluids. And by the way, this is a BrewMate, and I love it. It is heavy, but it is also a no spill BrewMate. Making sure I have it on correctly right there. So it keeps it cold for over 24 hours. I love it. It's so pretty. So get you a pretty cup and drink. Something I just thought of, I'm also going to be looking into skin removal surgery and getting, I guess, the information or the background on what that's going to look like, and probably a little bit further in my journey we'll get some of it done. I already talked to my PCP about it, and she's put in a referral for me to talk to someone. The arms are definitely one that I want to take care of, but not first. So I have this here and I have that one there. They're both pretty loose, but I want to work first on my thighs. My thighs are very large, and I've talked about that before, where I think I have the lipedema. And I really feel like if I could get the weight off of these legs up at the top of my thighs, it would also help with my balance, because I am very accident prone. It's part of my hypermobility. So I am going to look into skin removal surgery, see what that looks like. Obviously, I want to lose at least probably another 50 to 60 pounds to get down to a 200 or 190, something like that. but I also need to get some of this removed because it's not coming off. The legs aren't coming down like they should, and I know that there's just stuff there very stubborn that won't go away. So if you've been through skin removal surgery or looking at that, let me know, because I'm interested to see people's experience with that. I know Brittany has had skin removal surgery, so I'm going to talk to her more in depth about that as well. And yeah, I'll follow up with you guys and let you know how that goes. So this week is kind of a short work week. I don't have work on Monday, which is great. My son doesn't have school. Wednesday is actually my 20th wedding anniversary. I cannot believe it. 20 years. And we've been together, for 24 years. So married for 20, been together 24 years. That's quite an accomplishment. So I'm not sure what we're going to do yet for our anniversary, since it is during the week, but we'll figure it out. So I hope you're doing well. Let me know how things are going for you this week. Let me know if you're having any challenges. If you have anything new that you want to share, any NSVs, anything like that, I would love to hear it and celebrate with you. We are all in this together, and I just thank every single one of you for being here. I appreciate you so much. So I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk again next week. Take care.